Lecture. Number 1, S-201. Numéro 1, S-201.
Resuming debate, Senator Galvez.
Dear colleagues, I rise today in the chamber in support of Senator McFedran's bill S-201 to lower the federal voting age to 16. I spoke in favor of this legislative initiative during the last parliamentary session, and I had taken that opportunity to give voice to youth who were actively engaged in their communities, advocating for environment conservation, climate action, but also for better education and less inequality. They are doing this advocacy work even when their governments don't recognize their basic right to vote in elections that will impact their immediate future. When I was reading the words of young Canadians, including Amélie Bollet, Aya Arba, Solène Tessier, Zoe Kerry-Matzner, and Sophie Matour, I wanted to demonstrate that Canadian youth are not only interested in federal politics, but they are also heavily invested in the decisions that are shaping our tomorrow. This statement also had a common thread. Young people are capable of critical analysis when it comes to policy, and they deserve the right to be represented in our democratic institutions. According to the Interparliamentary Union, youth must be empowered. Youth participation is key to democracy and inclusive, efficient political process. Young women and men are central to social challenges such as poverty, discrimination, and climate change. And their participation in politics promotes active citizenship and extended social responsibility. It offers innovation, creativity, and new thinking. IPU is actively encouraging youth participation in democracy. I invite you to follow IPU's debate competition until May 30th. Watch and listen young people debate and see how smart and articulate they are in expressing not only their worries, but also the solutions that they are proposing. I'm sure you know many of the recent world movements have spearheaded by youth who are too worried about their future, to wait for older generations, such as ours, to act or until they are old enough to vote. Inspiring youth like Greta Thunberg and Autumn Peltier have moved millions of young people and adults alike. They have educated us on important issues, and they have helped put a spotlight on pressing matters in ways so many others have not been able to do. If this proves something, it is that age is not a factor in understanding and communicating complex issues. It is also definitive proof that adults over 18 years of age do not have the monopoly on good ideas and policy. In fact, in the words of Amélie Bollet, wisdom is the human quality of aspiring to knowledge and understanding while knowing how to keep an open mind. Colleagues, today's young people embody this perfectly. They are engaged in their communities. They advocate for greater collective good and equality. They are more connected than ever. They constantly demonstrate a thirst for knowledge, and they do so while keeping an open mind. All they ask in return is that we acknowledge their input, that we recognize their value, and that we allow them to participate in the most basic democratic activity. Lowering the vote age is not a new concept, and there are many good reasons that show that doing so is a sound and ethical choice. Many jurisdictions around the world have adopted voting age under 18 for many reasons, including the following. Young people have adult responsibilities but are denied the same rights. Young people are expected to follow the law but have no say in making it. Young people are already participating in politics. Young people make good voters. Lowering the voting age will help increase voter turnout. Lowering the voting age will improve the life of youth. Knowledge and experience are not criteria for voting eligibility. There are not grown votes. Arguments against lowering the voting age can be used to disenfranchise adults too. And finally, legislation to lower the voting age has more support than what you think. In the last parliamentary session, we voted to send this bill to committee, so all the impacts of lowering voting age can be studied. We should do that again as soon as possible. Thank you, dear colleagues. Merci, Megwich.